Hey everybody, coming up on Sports Central, we have a very special guest, Shelly Wilkes, president of the Lakeland Magic. We also have Ironman discussion and some great photos and video today. Stick around for this edition of Sports Central. Hey everybody, and welcome to Sports Central. I'm Mark Jackson. To my right, to your left on your television viewing screen, Mr. Hank Longo.
Great to have you back.
Looking awful spiffy there yourself, buddy.
Thank you very much. So are you. And we got a great show coming up, a lot of exciting guests, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, some big news, and you know, a lot of stuff going on right now in Polk County. Absolutely unbelievable. I think we have more visitors in Polk County than we do residents. It seems
groundbreaking was great.
Groundbreaking yesterday for the new Winter Haven Conference Center and Field House, the new home practice facility for the Lakeland Magic.
Cool,
and we'll be talking about that a little bit later in the show, but it's an 87,000 square foot field house that will be, you know, it's just going to be a beehive of activity: volleyball, martial arts, cheer, dance, adaptive sports.
They're adding to the theater.
They're adding to the theater, so arts and culture and sports all combined into one mega center. It's just going to be phenomenal.
It's going to be a great asset for Winter Haven.
Yeah, and a great team. You got to take your hats off.
Folks in there.
You know, Chairman Todd Dantzler was there yesterday. Former Commissioner Melanie Bell, Commissioner George Lindsay, and then so many Mayor Pro Tem for the city of Winter Haven, Nathaniel Birdsong, and of course Mayor Brad Dantzler. And the interaction and the banter between the two Dantzler brothers, you should have had to pay to see that one. That was awesome. Those guys go at it. But anyway, we have not only do we have special guests coming up and some special topics, but we have a special sponsor.
We want to thank the folks at Peebles Barbecue for sponsoring our first segment of Sports Central.
Well, like I said, it's just rocking here in Polk County right now, and this is my favorite time of the year. Just got back from Wisconsin. And
your traditional hunting trip up there?
Well, one of them, yeah, and didn't go to the farm this year, but we'll do that next month. And so it was nice. One day they had 2.5 inches of snow. One morning it was 21 degrees.
Oh my gosh.
It was pretty much in the 30s the whole time. So I
love that time of the year. I do too, actually.
Still haven't lost my resiliency to cold. It takes me a day, but then I'm fine.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, we have an exciting first guest, a dear friend of both of ours, Mr. Justin LaFerriere, from our Polk County Visitor Information Center, as I think of so belovedly, Outpost 27.
Well, Hank started it.
Yeah.
He was the one that designed and created the visitor center, and just did a marvelous job. It's been been a blessing for Polk County. That's for sure. And it's, obviously tens of thousands of people go through there every day.
Year.
But here to tell us about it, Justin, how you been, man?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much for having me on today.
It's
goes
that time
without
of the
saying
year.
that it is that time of the year. We are rocking and rolling up at the Visitor Information Center, and we're doing some great things up there, but we wouldn't have been able to do what we do to this day, almost 11 years now, without the foundation that you built for the Visitor Information Center up there. So we've been lucky to have that foundation and just build upon it as the years have gone on.
Well, he looked like, when he walked in today, he looked like the Tin Man on the Wizard of Oz, because his Boston Red Sox are up 2-0 over the Dodgers. You got to be happy about that.
Very happy. It is an even more exciting time in the LaFerriere
house.
Just
hope they keep it going, because we're going to hate to see a grown man cry like you're going to.
I will be crying alongside my 4-month-old daughter if we lose this one. That's for sure.
Does she have a Red Sox outfit on?
Absolutely, absolutely. She goes to daycare in Red Sox outfits.
Well, this is one of the best events that happens at the Visitor Information Center, and of course it started way back probably 11 years ago, probably from the first year that we were open, and that's this big Halloween activity that you have there. So turn everybody on to just how great an event this is.
Absolutely. This is our annual Fall Harvest Festival, and both of you gentlemen are obviously keenly aware of the fact that up at the Visitor Information Center, It is our job to inform, inspire, and influence anybody that walks through our doors, whether that be visitors or residents alike. So we use these special events, and especially the Fall Festival, to attract visitors and residents both to our facility in order to educate them, not only on the services that we offer there at the Visitor Information Center, but everything there is to see and do in Polk County. And this event in particular is just a fun, family-friendly, free event for the kids to come out and have a good time, get their trick-or-treating season started off right and on a good foot. We've got prizes, games, giveaways, free candy for the kids. We've got a pumpkin patch we're setting up for photo ops. We've got a bounce house. But the big draw, of course, is going to be the buy one, get one free discounted attraction tickets to our main attractions here in Polk County, and that's Legoland Florida Resort and Bach Tower
And they get there
Gardens.
early to get that deal, don't they?
They do. They need to get there early, too.
Because you only have a limited amount that you can give away, or that you sell with the buy one, get one free.
That is correct for Legoland Florida Resort. Bach Tower Gardens will be offering those throughout the entirety of the event from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. But for Legoland Florida Resort, that discount, or the buy one, get one promo, is available for the first 200 tickets sold. So you've got to get there early.
And you'll go through those too, won't you?
We start at 8 a.m. when the doors open, and I'd be surprised if we're not out of those 200 by 9.
Wow.
Yeah, they come. To put it in perspective, for the last event that we held back in June for our Celebrate Summer, we started at 10 a.m. We had cars in the parking lot at 6:45 in the morning waiting to get the buy one, get one offer. So it is
6:45.
6:45 in the morning, and our doors don't open until 8 a.m. And we let them know that, and they waited it out. They stayed there with us the entire time. So everybody is well aware of this special promo.
It's quite a savings, though. So, you go sit around for an hour and a half or what in the parking lot. It's worth the savings that you get on that special deal that you've got.
It's a great opportunity to experience one of the best attractions in Central Florida, not just Polk County, but Central Florida as well, and Legoland Florida Resort. It's great for the kids. It's great for the adults. It's great for the grandparents. So come on up, get a discounted ticket with us. Limit of 4 discounted tickets plus 4 free tickets, so you can walk out the door.
So you can only get 4. You can't get in there and gouge the workplace. Say, are you having the pumpkin carving contest again?
We are. This is a fan favorite annually for the Fall Harvest Festival. We've got 3 age groups: 3 to 9, 10 to 15, and 16 and older. We encourage entries for anybody and everybody, and it's pumpkin carving / decorating contests. Because we have a particular family that does really intricate designs, painting.
I know.
So we allow them to enter paintings as well as opposed to carving. But we're giving out prizes to the top 3 award winners for each age group, and we encourage as many entries as possible.
Christmas.
It's fun. And you get these.
That's what, 2 months away?
And the kids, there's nothing, I think, one of the most enjoyable things is these kids they're all dressed up, they get so excited to be there, and and just to see young kids just so happy and no worries and just having a good time, you guys participating in everything.
Yeah, and which brings to mind, Hank, that's really a good point. It's a good point, a great observation, because they're just funny, they just big eyes and so on. But you added some kids' playgrounds out there, and all sorts of stuff for kids as well, to kind of cater to families a little bit more.
Absolutely. Of course, when Legoland Florida Resort came on board in October 2011, our boss changed. Our boss became the kids. So we wanted to make sure that we catered to those kids. So when Mom and Dad and Grandma and Grandpa come in and we're talking to them about anything and everything to do, the kids can have some fun while they're in the facility as well. We've got a Lego wall
that they can
build off of, and we've got a brand new playground facility with a covered picnic pavilion, so families can come in and have their lunch and kind of digest all of the different options there is to see and do within Polk County, so they can plan their stay and have a great time while they're with us.
The thing that I find amazing when at an event like this is that there are so many people in our county that might just be coming there for the first time.
Absolutely.
And it's amazing how not only are they in awe and impressed with the visitor center, but how much information they gather that they didn't know all the things that went on in the county. And they're just, wow, you can do this and you can do that. And it's like when you say you want to educate the visitor, it's, you know, amazing that besides the visitor coming from out of town is how much you can educate just the local residents to learn about all the wonderful things we have to offer.
You know, and that's a great point that you make, because our research shows that 26% of our overnight stays within the county are visitors are staying with friends and family. So we need to reach that segment as well and educate the friends and family on some different options. So when they're bringing in the family, they can take them out and visit our restaurants and our attractions and our shops and spend some money in Polk County, because if they're not staying in our hotels or motels, they may not have that unique opportunity to interact with a concierge or get our information that we have in those locations. So if we can use these events like the Fall Harvest Festival to bring in the friends and family or the residents of Polk County and inform and educate them, all the better for us in the end.
Well, you know, I mentioned earlier, and it was just, you know, kind of on a whim, but, you know, we're 2 months away from
Christmas.
We're less than 2 months away from Christmas, because today, right now, 26.
Yep.
3 years obviously be a little different. But fact of the matter is, you guys, you know, usually have things going on around Christmas time too. Friends and family do come down, and you've got a special event around that time.
Yeah, we do. We on December 15th, we've got the opportunity for kids to come out and take a picture with Santa Claus. We've got a Meet Santa event that we have prizes, or we have games and activities and everything set up for the kids. We hand out cookies and juice and all that good stuff.
Got the great holiday decorations going on there.
We do. Last year we had a visit from Mrs. Claus as well, and I'm pretty sure she'll be back again this year. So there's some great photo opportunities to come out, and of course with the discounted attraction tickets that we offer throughout the year, it's a great opportunity to get some last minute Christmas gifts.
And you've got Thanksgiving coming up too, you know, so you got folks, you're kind of, this is really
kicking
busy
it in,
time
right?
of the year.
Really. Are you seeing a increase now in some of our snowbirds and you know, our winter guests, I should say, and so on?
Absolutely, we are. We're starting to see more and more daily visitation through the facility, and you hit the nail on the head with your trip to Wisconsin. There's 2 inches of snow already up north, so on certain days. So they're escaping the cold, and they're coming down to 95-degree weather here in Florida. And
so they can drive slow in front of you.
That's right.
You're crazy.
That's former Commissioner Bell. That was they did an interview with her in the paper, in the Ledger, our good partners, the Ledger. And the question was, what is your pet peeve? Is it people that drive slow in the left lane? Like, whoa, you know.
We love those people that drive slow.
yeah,
They come
As
down
long as they drive safe, I don't care.
That's it.
You know, the bottom line is get what you're going. What's the old saying? Arrive alive. And so that's just, they enjoy their time down here. That's great. And it's one of the reasons that we don't pay personal income taxes here in, you know, California. The California state tax, personal income tax, is 13.5%. How do you like that, you know, deduction out of your paycheck? Well, thank the tourists because of that. So.
Say, before we end this segment, where can they go to find out more information, your website?
Absolutely. Visit us at visitcentralflorida.org or give us a call at the Visitor Information Center for more information on the Fall Harvest Festival this Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Buy one, get one tickets for Lakeland Florida Resort and Bach Tower Gardens.
So it's not visit us at Visit Central Florida. It's visitcentralflorida.org. That's an Eastern thing, you know. It's just,
So that was a lot of visit.
Talk fast.
Go to our website at visitcentralflorida.org.
Thank you very much. Grammatically correct. Appreciate that, Mr. LaFerriere.
I know you're a stickler for that.
When you get done with that, I want you to write that 100 times.
I'm going to find a whiteboard and write it down.
Write that 100 times and turn it in. Have your parents sign it for me, please.
Will do.
Well, one of the things that folks can see here, and the water ski capital of the world, and we've got some water skiers, believe it or not, here in the room. Of course, Hank and I, you know, did it for a living for years. One of our producer and cameraman, Russell Daly, is right behind you. You can't see him, but he's right in front of us. Was a skier and a boat driver at Cypress Gardens, but you know, we all skied with the Aquamaids. The female skiers were affectionately called that during the Dick Pope years. It stuck, and this group of young ladies, many of them I had an opportunity to do Adagio doubles with, ski with, and other things, and they're just a lovely group of people. And they decided to take things onto their own feet, not into their own hands, onto their own feet. Little barefoot water skiing here.
By the Aquamaids?
From the Cypress Gardens Aquamaids. Check this out, everybody. Stick around. Hank and Mark, we'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Shelly, and I'm continuing my on-the-water adventures with the Florida Aquamaids. I'm at the World Barefoot Center in Winter Haven, Florida. This is where the top barefoot water skiers in the world come to train with the best coaches in the world. Lucky for us, they accommodate skiers of all ages and skill levels, from beginners to professionals. If you're planning a vacation, make sure to book an afternoon with World Barefoot Center. Today, I'm following Jessica and Erica, who are among the bravest people I know because they're going to learn how to water ski on their bare feet. Okay, so I hear the boat's gonna go about 40 miles an hour. Are you nervous about this? Now, Erica, you've tried barefooting before once, and Jessica, this is your very first time. Okay, so Ashley is going to be your instructor, and she is ranked #1 in the world. She's a 4-time open women's world champ, which means she can slalom, tricks, jump ramps, all on her bare feet. So Ashley, what can these girls expect to learn today?
Okay, so Erica, you haven't barefooted in a while, so we're going to get back out there on the boom and we're going to learn how to do a deep water start this morning because the first time you said you did it, you were stepping off, so we're going to learn that. And then Jessica, you've never barefooted before, so we're going to start on the seahorse ski, which is a learning device where you can learn how to barefoot without falling, and then we'll progress from there. Let's do it.
Oh my gosh, you girls were awesome. This was fantastic. I'm so proud of you.
It was a little scary, but thrilling. Once you got up and were going, it was exhilarating. I loved it.
Well, at first I was really nervous, but having a great instructor like Ashley and having the support of the Seahorse at first, I feel more confident that the next time I would be excited to do it again. So.
Okay, when you hit the water, were you scared or did you like, oh, I fell and it didn't hurt?
I did not fall at all because I was on the Seahorse, which was really nice to get started. But I don't know, maybe it would be kind of scary.
It wasn't too scary. I think the thought of falling was scarier than actually falling. So no, it wasn't bad. It wasn't painful. Actually, the water was really soft.
I had a great time watching Ashley, Erica, and Jessica barefoot water ski. These ladies are tough as nails. If you'd like to experience this extreme action sport while vacationing in Florida, check out worldbarefootcenter.com. They are located close to other attractions like Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens. It's definitely worth an extra day stay. Come, visit Central Florida and choose everything. Hey
everybody, and welcome back to Sports Central. Mark Jackson along with Hank Longo. And, you know, Hank got go ahead. We've got another. Actually, it's a Bartow company.
It's a Bartow company, a great partner of ours, Chris and Rachel at Hollywood Signs. Thank you so much for sponsoring our second segment here.
Some of the stuff they've produced has been phenomenal.
Oh, they've done a great job. They've done a great job up at
great
our
family
headquarters
business.
and within the museum and stuff. It's been wonderful.
We were talking with our next guest, who you're going to introduce in just a second. Before we do that, about barefooting, whether it hurts your feet. And one of our favorite answers, you know, when I was skiing at the Gardens, and you go out and, you know, you greet the fans when they're coming out of the stadium and all this type of stuff, and do photos or whatnot. And inevitably, you get a question: does that barefooting hurt your feet? You go, no, my feet aren't any different than yours. They're just a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
So that was our standard answer.
That was your standard line.
Yeah. There
All
you
right,
go.
well, moving right along, ladies and gentlemen, we want to introduce a very special guest, the president of the Lakeland Magic, Miss Shelly Wilkes. And Shelly, great having you on the show again, as always.
Yes, thank you for having me again.
Exciting, the season's getting underway.
It is season 2 starting very, very soon. Our team just really got announced. Our training camp roster was announced on Sunday. We opened training camp on Monday evening at 6 p.m. was their first practice. And then we will go through this full week of training camp, which I guess it's Friday now. And then we play an inter-squad scrimmage on Sunday. After that, we'll go ahead and make cuts and have our final roster. And then we kick off the season actually next weekend. We start on the road at the Windy City Bulls on November 2nd, and then a back-to-back in Erie, Pennsylvania with the Erie Bayhawks. And then we come home with our home opener on November 10th. So yes, coming fast and furious.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Oh, it's great stuff. You know, Shelly, I don't know what magic wand that you have, but this team made it to the playoffs last year. The very first year to make it to the playoffs.
Unfortunately, I didn't have anything to do with that. Our basketball operation team is very strong, done a great job with leadership of Anthony Parker and Adetunji Adedipe, our general manager and assistant general manager, and then obviously our head coach, Stan Heath. Did an awesome job of building that team, but also utilizing the Orlando Magic whenever they sent assignment players to us. So last year we had Kem Birch and Wes Iwundu, 2 rookies on the Orlando Magic roster, came to us quite often in the beginning of the season, and Stan was really able to incorporate them into the play on the court to make us as most successful as possible. So really his ability to find those holes and put those guys in, and I would say the players on the court that are on our G League roster 100% of the time not having the ego when they have to maybe sit on the bench because we have some of those guys coming down from Orlando to get those minutes. So the team really understanding teamwork and what it takes to win and being okay with roster moves that happen throughout the entire season is really what made us successful throughout the season last year.
That was an impressive impressive run last year.
Yeah, to the folks watching that this could be the first time they're aware of, you know, the team, the Lakeland Magic. Explain the league.
Yes, so the NBA G League was formerly the NBA Development League, is really, I liken it to AAA baseball. It's very similar in the structure that we have set up. So the league has 27 teams going into this year. Next year, we will likely be all 30 NBA teams will have their own G League affiliate. So we're at 27 right now.
Wow.
We'll move into all 30 next year. The goal of the league is really at its core player development. So you really want to be able to develop your potential future NBA stars, but also some of your NBA contracted guys now. You want to be able to develop them, which is how we have utilized it historically. So some of our rookies can come down and get game minutes, because that's really where you get better at basketball, is playing games.
Playing the game. Yeah.
Exactly. So we had a lot of success with that last year, and then when we had some injuries in Orlando, those rookies that came down and played with us, they were ready to hit the floor in Orlando in NBA basketball games and make an impact.
They're playing it. It's just they're going from maybe not as big a crowd to a bigger crowd, but the same game.
Exactly. Same speed, maybe bigger players, maybe a little bit faster, but in general, they're able to utilize the experience in the G League to make sure that they're ready to make an impact on the NBA court.
You know, and that's a big shout out to Alex Martins too, the president, or excuse me, the CEO of the Lakeland Magic, and also the Orlando Magic, and he was at the groundbreaking yesterday. It was awesome to have him there, you know, and said a few words. Just inspiring guy and brilliant guy. But he's just been, I liken the Magic to when we were recruiting Legoland. Legoland said they were going to do this, 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 and this, and they did everything, just like they said. Same thing with the Magic. We're going to do this, 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 and this, and they have done this, 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 and this. It's just been
That's how you run a
absolutely
good
unbelievable.
business.
No, it's a great partner.
Yeah,
was my point.
Exactly.
And so on. So anyway, I've kind of jumped back to the, to the groundbreaking, but in the overall scheme of things, Shelly, the having a facility, a new facility, brand new facility dedicated, and you have now an opportunity to have your own home-based training camp on a world-class court.
Yeah, and that's really why we're really excited about the Winter Haven Fieldhouse. Is it's going to help us as a recruiting tool. In the G League, it's a little different on how you acquire your players. It's a lot of working with agents. It's a lot of working with guys who maybe could have a career overseas and get paid quite well. And so we want those guys to stay here because we think they have a potential in the NBA. So ways that you get them to do that are your basketball leadership. So Anthony Parker is a great example to those guys and a reason why they choose to come to our team. Florida is another great reason that they end up coming to our team. But now this Winter Haven Fieldhouse and really having a true practice facility, somewhere that they can call their home every day, is going to be another recruiting tool for us to get guys who are going to be G League players and potential NBA players to want to come to the Lakeland Magic and make that choice because of the facilities that we play in.
And with a facility like that, it should even be able to attract more customer base, more people who want to come watch the game because they're going to a stadium, however what you name a basketball court. I don't know if it's a stadium or what the proper name is for where you're playing. But
yeah, so the Fieldhouse will be our major practice facility, and we will do our part in bringing more events to that facility, whether that's hosting our open tryouts there, which we have every year, typically in September, our training camp there that will potentially open to the public, hosting youth basketball clinics throughout the year so that the Winter Haven community is really feeling the impact of our team being there. And then our home base for games will continue to be the RP Funding Center, which is also going through a major renovation right now and is just getting such a modern upgrade and is going to be just even more of a place that people are going to want to come and host their events.
Fantastic.
Well, Shelly, is kind of interesting because one of the first questions I asked you when I met you, a while ago,
I don't remember this, so
is did you play basketball? You're what, 6'1", 6?
Yeah, about. And I get that question. I work in basketball. I've worked in basketball for 15 years now, and so everyone assumes that I played basketball.
I play volleyball.
She's a volleyball player. That's what it was. And I'm just going,
how did I
what
know
is
that?
I went to try out for basketball, I believe, my freshman year of high school, and they made us run suicides day one, and I don't think I went back. And so that is why I chose volleyball.
It's like Hank. The only running he does is from here to from the kitchen to the restroom. Right, buddy?
Being outside,
you're
you're
thinking hard, but something you couldn't say.
It's a little bit of a run out there.
No, I do know he runs. He runs the stairs and some other stuff. It's just, sometimes you just have a bullseye on your back.
Yeah, you just could not have a show without
couldn't help
having to
myself.
throw one of those darts,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as you look at, your season coming up, obviously you're in a position to analyze the talent that's out there, some of your competition. How does it look for you guys?
I think we have a great team. Again, Anthony Parker and Adetunji have done a great job of building a team, bringing a lot of guys back, bringing guys to our team who have a lot of potential, great college players. Brian Ngola is one out of FSU that's going to add a lot of talent to us. Emil Jefferson is one of our two-way players. He played out of Duke, was drafted actually by the Minnesota Timberwolves, played with the Iowa Wolves last year, and now we have his rights, will be a great addition to the team. And then we've found just even these first few days of training camp that the team is very fast, very defensive oriented, and playing really, really well together. So we are very excited about this season. And Coach has now a year under his belt. He has a year now at this level, and it's going to make all the difference in the world on putting the team together on the floor. So really looking forward to it, looking forward to hopefully bringing this more people into our games every night, and that's really what we need. We need community support. We need people to come to the games every single night in order for us to be successful, in order for the players to feel like they are valued and it is an exciting product that they are getting to be a part of. So that's really what we're looking forward to this season.
Well, you also got a big thing coming up on the 27th.
Yes, Saturday morning we are doing the first Lakeland Magic 5K starting at 7:30 at RP Funding Center. Directly following that, we're going to go into a select-a-seat event. So anybody that's had some interest in potentially being a season ticket member, partial plan, we have 5-game plans, 12-game plans, or bringing a group out to a game to come out to the building, check out seats. We'll have players there shooting around on the court with fans, a lot of photo opportunities and stuff for the kids to do as well. So it'll be a fun morning.
You know, and going to the game is a gas. And it is so much fun. It's so, I mean, it's just nonstop entertainment, and it's sort of like, you know, up in Orlando. You know, it's an entertaining, fun environment, and there's not a bad seat.
There's not a bad seat. You're really up close and personal to watching these guys play, because it's not, you know, like in Orlando at the field house in Orlando, where you know you can get way up there. The arena. You keep changing these names on me. And anyhow, there's a difference when you're sitting in a big arena like that, watching the game, and then being right up there and watching them really play. Well, I mean, and it's seeing how big some of these guys actually are.
Exactly.
It was a, you know, it was just absolutely thrilling. It was a gas. It really was a lot of fun. And you know, like you said, you're up close and personal. You know, the food, the fun, everything is just a great experience. But I think one of the things for Polk County families is that they can see the NBA star. You may see somebody in Lakeland one night, and you're going to see him in Orlando in the NBA the next night.
That's accurate.
But one of the biggest things for families that have a lot of kids or church groups or whatever is that you can afford it. It's affordable, fun, you know, and it's just a great environment.
We're actually going to be launching very soon. We play on 5 different Tuesday nights, and we will be launching a 2 for Tuesday promotion where we'll be doing $2 tickets, $2 beers, and $2 hot dogs on all of our Tuesday night home games. So it'll be a lot of fun. Again, a very affordable night out for people, and we are very excited to launch a lot more promotions like that, a lot of theme nights, and different opportunities for different fans to come out and see the game.
Well, fantastic. Looking forward to a great season.
She's always fun to have on. You know, it's just a wellspring of information. We'd like to get into the players a little bit more, so we need to get her back. We'll get
we need
we'll
to
get
get
Sam
out there and
to
pitch some games.
Yeah,
I'm looking
absolutely.
forward to it.
Well,
perfect.
Best of luck for another great season, and wow, I get to see her twice, 2 days in a row. Lucky me, huh?
Lucky you.
Thank you, guys.
All
Thanks,
right.
Shelly.
Well, everybody, you know, it's just nonstop sports, and there's a in Lakeland as well. It's called the Red Ribbon Half Marathon, and we have some great footage from actually a couple of years ago, but it is coming up, so make sure you check it out. You know, running is just not my forte, you know. But I like to watch.
that one alone.
I like to watch, you know, and all this type of stuff. But
you just don't get out and do that 5 miles before work in the morning.
I better just cut this short and just say, hey, enjoy the footage. Absolutely.
We'll be right back.
Hank and Mark will be back right after this.
It's great to see everybody this morning.
As this event grows, we're going to show everyone how much Lakeland and Polk County, and then eventually Central Florida, are embracing healthy attitudes and behaviors.
On your mark. And they're off. Good luck. Safe travels to everyone running in Polk County's 2nd annual Red Ribbon Marathon 5K and Kids Fun Run today.
The
half marathon, 13.1 miles. It's the only one in Polk County. Started last year, so it's our second year. Had about 600 runners this year, coming from mainly all across the state. We had a few from outside the state. So this is the first year for the 5K. It was a great run. You know, it was a very similar course. The great part about it was the middle schoolers and the high schoolers got to run for free as part of the Red Ribbon Series.
On your mark, get set, go!
Well, we've been doing the kids run for 23 years, and so we've just expanded it to add the 5K and the half for parents and adults, and they make great role models for kids. So we're really super excited that all three events are going off without a hitch today. It's a big undertaking.
Good run, buddy! Nice job, Sam!
Awesome job, awesome job.
This is the first female.
And that's a tough course, so yeah, I was able to do that today, so that makes me feel pretty confident in my training. Yeah, she's my biggest fan. She's not a runner, but she comes and just cheers me up, and I love those kisses.
Very good job. Great work. Great run. Florida's not known for hills, but we here in Polk County have a lot. They run Cleveland Heights and along Hallam, as well as next to Florida Southern, along Johnson Avenue. So there's some great sights, but it is a challenging course.
Michael Conrad!
I'm very proud that I wasn't the last one, so I'm very happy. Well, I believe in what it stands for, as well as that I'm trying to make myself healthier, so this is the first step, my first 5K.
The last 4 were a little tough.
Duran.
My goal time was a little bit faster, but I'm still happy to finish. So it's a tough course, and I'm very thankful and blessed to be able to compete today. It's a beautiful day, and what a great opportunity for the city of Lakeland and the community to embrace this half marathon, 5K, and kids run.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, buddy. Hey, how's it going? I'm doing good.
This year, Florida Southern College provided the majority of the volunteers. They were out on the course and here at the finish line. But yeah, there are volunteers all over Lakeland right now, making sure that the course is secure and the runners are enjoying themselves.
20.
I just can't say enough about people who are willing to come and give their time. They're not being paid. They don't have a dog in the fight, so to speak. They're just here to help kids and to support healthy lifestyles and to assist us in our mission with drug and bullying prevention.
This is something that we want to continue to grow. It's going to be a long-time race in Polk County.
Let's hit it for Lakeland. In the house.
Everybody, and welcome back. Little running there, and we're going to be talking running in just a second. But before we do that,
we got to thank the folks at Harborside for sponsoring our third segment here at Sports Central.
Yeah, need to get out there this weekend at least sometime. Dawn and Dave Spinagatti, the owners out there. I mean, what a turnaround!
Boy, they've done a wonderful job with it.
Just food is outstanding, service is outstanding, and they are just delightful people. And just had a last-minute deal with 20 people. Board of directors group accommodated them. Fantastic.
Wow,
great folks. Absolutely. Anyway, Harborside on Lake Ship.
Yep.
In Winter Haven, right on the lake. Some of the most beautiful sunsets you'll see.
Super duper.
Absolutely. Well, we were talking about running a little bit earlier, and I just about knocked
the surprise event we're getting.
Oh my gosh, this will test the mettle of Polk County, and it's never been done before. And there's always tragedies. You have issues. There's whatever, but moving a mega event in a matter of 2.5 weeks with the Ironman never happened before. So here to tell us about it.
Couldn't pick a better guy to take on the challenge.
Because I always get yelled at because he says, "Oh, you took everything I was going to say," so I'm just going to be quiet and turn it over to you to introduce him.
Mr. Marc Zimmerman from Polk County Tourism and Sports Marketing, and Marc heading up this event, and you kind of all of a sudden had to put your thing in a fast drive.
Yeah. So it's been an interesting couple weeks since we first Ironman reached out to us to see if it was possible. Obviously, you know, our thoughts and our prayers go out to the people in the Panhandle.
And the reason that it's come here is because it was up in Pensacola.
The event was supposed to be in Panama City Beach.
Panama City, excuse me.
And it was, you know, it was planned for the first weekend of November. Obviously, Hurricane Michael coming through there and the devastation that's happened there. I mean, we all know all too well what that's like.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's not something we wish on anyone. But you know, we looked at this and gathered everyone that we needed to gather. The city of Haines City has been outstanding. They are a great partner. Really could not happen without them. I mean, this impacts so much of their city, so much of their staff and their facilities. But the Polk County Sheriff's Office as well. I mean, there's so many agencies you really just can't get into.
All the help that you're getting to put this together.
Yes, and then all the volunteers. I mean, that's just a tremendous, you know, we reached out to our volunteer groups that we work with when we host the 70.3, which is long enough.
Yes.
You know, now we're hosting the full Ironman, which is 140.6 miles that they're moving. And we reached out to all our groups, and boy, they've been fantastic.
That's wonderful.
You know, right away saying, yes, we will jump in, we will help, we will make this happen.
That's fantastic. It just amazes me what incredible athletes these guys are. Like you talk about, how far do they have to swim?
Yeah, so it's a 2.4 mile swim. So they'll swim in Lake Eva, like just like ours, but they will do basically two laps of it. The course is kind of shaped like an M. But so they'll get out, they'll go back in, they'll do that again, and then they jump on the bike, ride for 112 miles.
Wow!
And then,
some of the action right here.
Yeah, yeah. So and then once they finish that, they have a full marathon
unbelievable
to start running. So yeah, they are unbelievable athletes.
Yeah, and this is at Lake Eva, correct, Marc?
Yes, this looks like it is at Lake Eva. You see some of the athletes enjoying themselves. But they get out there, they work hard. It is a fantastic event. You know, they go off in waves, kind of you see the different caps that they have. And
so the caps indicate the wave that they're in?
Yes, yeah, it's usually their age group that they're
competing
indicating.
in.
Yep, so they go off kind of in different groupings.
And so as we look at this video, Marc, and you see them, they're like right now they're in downtown Haines City, but they go off into the countryside, don't they?
Yeah,
I mean,
so
it's quite a trail you've set up for these folks.
So the bike will be, actually it's going to be 2 loops of what they do normally here.
For the half
so it's 56 miles and then they'll loop it again. But that 56 miles gets all the way down to Lake Wales. Comes right along Burns Avenue in Lake Wales, right in front of Bok Tower, and then heads back up Scenic 17 towards Haines City. Obviously, there's a lot of other roads in between there, but it's a long ride.
And this is one of the things where, unless you're there, you don't realize the importance of the volunteers and the sheriff's department.
Oh yeah.
And all the folks that have to, you know, protect the raceway from traffic and all of that, and all the folks that are needed for 56 miles to, you know, be able to patrol this and make sure there's safety and nothing happens.
Exactly. So the sheriff's office, the Lake Wales PD, the Haines City PD, they really they do a lot on the course. Obviously for the bike. The run itself is within the city limits of Haines City, so Haines City handles that. But there's volunteers all over the place. There's aid stations.
How many volunteers, volunteer slots did you have to fill?
Yeah, it's about 2,000 volunteer shifts. So that's you know, and this was it was very interesting. Obviously, we were very used to doing a 70.3. We start about 6:30 in the morning. That's when this one will start. But you know, we were wrapped up by end of day. This doesn't actually cut off until midnight. You know, so you have to be off the course by midnight. There's some cutoffs in between. If you're not at certain places by certain times, they will stop you. Yep. You have to be off the bike, by example, by 5:30 p.m. So if you're not off the bike by 5:30 p.m. when you're coming in, you're done at that point. Your day is done.
Now, excuse me, let me interrupt for 1 second. When you say they're off their bike at 5:30, if they haven't finished, do they get to finish the next day, or you're done?
Oh no, you're done. You're done at that point. You unfortunately you get a DNF, a do not finish, or did not finish, and that's part of the sport. Yep, it happens. You know, you're not some guys or gals not having their best day. And you never know.
But isn't that if you're, I mean, sure, there's for a lot of people, I don't know how many this will account for, but it's your first full Ironman. To get a DNF, really, it can't. You might expect that possibly to happen. Just
you might,
because,
yeah. I mean, certainly you're not hoping for that, but that might happen.
That could be part of. Hey, this is getting used to what it's really like to compete in this thing.
Right, right.
Well, there's another aspect of this too that we really haven't talked about yet, and a lot of people in the community, go, oh, they're just, sports marketing just picking up another event, and so on and so forth. But, the Ironman said, if there's only one group of people in the state that can do it, and that's Polk County Sports Marketing. If they can't do it, we're going to cancel the race. But part of that,
that's a testament to Mark and his crew and what they've done with the Ironman.
They've done an unbelievable job. And so anyway, part of this is also going to benefit the hurricane relief efforts up in Panama City. Is that?
That's correct. Yeah.
Accurate?
So the Ironman Foundation right away is making a $50,000 donation, and then there are opportunities for people to continue to donate through the Ironman Foundation. They're selling T-shirts that are hurricane relief T-shirts. Mm-hmm. You can just make a donation directly through the foundation there. Or they are actually putting on a community fun run on Saturday morning, so November 3rd, 9 a.m., along with the Iron Kids races. So they're on Saturday. There are kids races from a half mile to a mile. They're also doing a community fun run 5K. If you sign up for that, all those proceeds are going right to the Hurricane Michael Relief Fund through the Ironman Foundation.
Well, there's also a community fun run.
Yes.
And how do people sign up for that?
Yeah, so you want to go right to the Ironman website. Actually, if you just go to IRONMANFlorida.com, you can sign up right through there. That will get you into the community fun run. You also can register. They can still register for the Iron Kids. And actually, if anybody wants, they held a couple of spots open for the full Ironman. So Mark, Hank, if you guys are feeling up for it.
Yeah, I just might have to take them up on that 26-mile run.
I'd rather have a colonoscopy.
That is just, of course, I'd be a DNF at probably about 3 miles. They'll say, you're out of here. It's taking you all day to get here. What do you want?
I just don't see the point in any of that. But it's really fun to watch them. Everything, the swimming, the running, the cycling.
And the swimming isn't easy, is it? Because it's like people can try to climb over the top of you or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. You hear a lot of people getting kicked, running into other people. If you're swimming and you're not really paying attention where you're at, and you come up on someone. That definitely happens. That's why.
But that's part of the sport, though, right? They expect that.
Yeah, I mean, certainly you don't want it to. It's one of those things you don't want to happen, but it happens.
Part of the game.
Pretty frequently, but that's why there's a lot of water safety out there. There's boats and jet skis and paddle boards and kayaks. There's lifeguards, all kinds of people out on the water to make sure that everyone is safe, that everyone who gets in gets out, one way or another.
So. Our viewers, people want to know, okay, this really sounds good. I would like to watch this, or I would like to do the community fun run, or whatever. But the site of the Ironman.
Right.
What time does it start? And it concludes at midnight.
Sure.
On Sunday the
4th.
4th. I knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Technically the 5th, I guess. But,
technically the 5th.
But yeah, so
they go to Lake Eva.
Right. So Lake Eva Park in Haines City is the site. That's the main site where everything will happen. If you want to watch, that's the best place to go. But on Saturday, we mentioned the Iron Kids races on Saturday. You can sign up for that. Kids from ages from 3 to 13, running anywhere from a half mile to a mile. And the community fun run is that same day for the hurricane relief efforts. So those are on Saturday. If you want to watch the race, that's Sunday. First person will be in the water about 6:30 a.m. And right there at Lake Eva Park is the best place to watch it. You can see the entire swim. You can see the transition area. And then once they get through on the run, they will run through Lake Eva Park 3 times. So, we're expecting the first finisher around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So that would be the ideal time. Obviously, we're encouraging people to be careful when they're driving. There's going to be a lot of cyclists on the road. Maybe come the major roads, come like 27 and 92. Parking is going to be where you can find it in that area, because we have over 2,000 athletes coming in that morning, and they're going to be parking all over the place. And we've pretty much taken the entire Lake Eva Park for logistics and operations. So the parking that's there will not be accessible to the public, unfortunately. But there's so many logistics, so many volunteers are needed for this race that we need the entire park.
Well, it's like 5,000 people, between the athletes and the people that are working the race.
Right.
Boom. And so that's a third of the size of Haines City.
Right. And no one comes to a race of this distance by themselves. Yeah. They bring a crew with them. They're 2, 3, 4 people with them, supporting them, working, cheering them on. So there's always, we've never seen a lack of crowds at any sort of Ironman, and I expect that to be the same for this distance.
Yeah. Well, Mark, this is to pull this off is going to be a testament to the quality of the sports machine that you oversee. It certainly has to make recruiting put a feather in your hat when you're out recruiting, whether it be another running event, or it could be a football event, or gymnastics or something like this. Those are the guys that pulled that off.
Yeah, well, it is. It's not easy. A lot of credit needs to go to Josh Hicks on our staff. Josh is one of our sports sales reps. He is the main contact for us with Ironman for the race that we have in April, and he's really taken the lead on this for us as well. And then Ryan Ritchie with the City of Haines City as well, who used to be on our staff. Up until just recently.
Well aware of what's going on.
Yep, and they've both worked the event in tandem. We've had our race for 7 years, and Josh has been involved with that race every year, so that he has an understanding,
what's going on.
A good, really great relationship with their staff as well. So that's, he knows what needs to get done. But everyone on our staff has been contributing and kicking in where needed, and that is, everyone, there hasn't been anybody who said no. Everyone has just jumped and said, yes, let's get it done.
Well, with Irma last year, hey, it's time to give back a little bit, and Polk County is giving back to Panama City, is giving back to Bay County and the rest of the people that have been ravaged by Hurricane Michael. So congratulations, great job. I know you haven't gotten the credit that you really deserve for that, but outstanding job.
Thank you.
Yeah. You bet. Well, everybody, be a busy few weeks. Plus, we've got the United States Practical Shooting Association National Championships here. Another,
big event coming into town.
Well, it's been here all week. There's been 4 banquets.
Yeah, it has been in there all week.
Or there's been 3 banquets in Winter Haven at the Normail Hall, and 500 attendees at 2 of them, 150 to 200 at the other one. It's been crazy. 3 events this weekend. 3 events the following week, not including those 2 events and Ironman. So it's been a crazy time. But we do have this is one of my favorite segments of the whole show. Jose Gallegos from Frostproof is a superstar soccer player. And this is the Up Close and Personal, which I truly enjoy. We hope you do too. Check it out. Hank and Mark will be back right after this.
Well, when I started playing, it was around 8 years old. Started playing very young. It was very hard to play at first, and then it got throughout the years, when putting practice in and everything, it developed me into a better player. But at first, when I begun, it was really hard because I wasn't as athletic I was as now, and I had to put a lot of work into it so I could get better and everything. But, and also, it was keeping up with other players. It was hard because a lot of players, they had good skills and everything to compete with them, and it was hard. My dad got me into the sport. He thought it was good for me to play a sport, so we tried baseball at first. It didn't work out. So we then moved on to, and then I moved on to soccer. I started watching it on TV, so I got inspired by that to play, and then started playing. And then I actually liked it, so kept going from there. You have to have endurance to play, and you got to be physical sometimes in the sport, so you have to have that. And then technique with the ball, a little technique, you got to know some technique with it, passing skills, shooting skills, sort of thing. No, you got to keep a cool head, because if there's going to be players that come in at you, they hit you hard, but you can't let that come, because then the ref, he'll send you out the game, and we can't have that. Last year when we won the district titles, we haven't done that in 8 years. It wasn't done, and last year we did it. It was a big moment for us. We enjoyed it. Respecting, it helped me a lot more, because I had to respect my coaches and everything, and I was a kind of a little smart mouth when I was younger, so that helped me even more to respect other people. And first, when I started playing, the conditioning, the running parts, they were hard, and it was pretty hard to keep up. And it was I would die at practice, and the tryouts I would die during that week, and it was hard. I felt like quitting at times, but I kept going. Well, I plan to try to go to college to play soccer, but I have to work hard. I got to go into camps and everything, so I got to try those out, and hopefully something works out with that.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Sports Central. If you're just tuning in, shame on you. This is Mark Jackson along with Hank Longo. And wow, we've had 3 super guests here. A lot of stuff going on, isn't it?
A lot of stuff going on. Of course, we want to thank the folks at the Hampton Inn in Bartow for sponsoring our final segment here on Sports Central. And we still have a whole bunch of things going on that we haven't shared with the people yet after all the big events we've talked about. But 12 o'clock high, this is a really unique event that's going on. It takes place at Paradise Field on West Pipkin Road, and it's a fun-filled fly-in for remote-controlled military airplanes. So
yeah, that's pretty cool. The guy that runs that, his name is John Burden, and John and I actually skied together at Tommy Bartlett's Ski Sky and Stage Show in Wisconsin.
He's been on the show a couple of times.
He's been on the show. He's a great guy. His sister, Trish Fiver, is a city commissioner for the city of Bartow.
Oh, wow.
And his mom, Mimi Burden, was chamber executive for years, and family that's well ingrained in the community. But you're right, great event.
This weekend, the 25th through the 27th, and then hey, a big thing coming up at Tiger Town.
Oh, it's absolutely crazy right now. We have the University of South Florida and the University of Florida playing a game. No, not football, baseball at Tiger Town, and it's coming up this Sunday, October 28th. It starts at 2 p.m., so you can get to church and you can go watch the game. It is really an exciting time, and heck, berm seating's like $5, and reserve seating like $10.
And it's great baseball.
Oh gosh, well you've got 2 super college teams going at it right here in Polk County.
For bragging rights too.
Yeah, University of Florida, University of South Florida. This is going to be a great game. Had the Gators head coach on our radio show last night. WLKF, 14:30 a.m. And Hank, we've got a few people to thank here.
Well, we do, and couldn't do these shows without. I want to thank the folks at Jimmy John's, BSN Sports, Harry Seafood, Contempo Vacation Homes, and the Days Inn in Lakeland. Thank you so much for your support.
Hey, I've got 1 second that I've got to do this. The Legoland Florida Resort Brick or Treat, October 31st from 2 to 7 o'clock. It's at Legoland Resort. Make sure that you check that out. It's really, really a lot of fun. Yeah. And then, of course, we mentioned the Ironman. So go to the Ironman website if you'd like to see how you can, see the event and so on. Or you can go to visitcentralflorida.org and get more information about Ironman 140.6.
Wow.
Full Ironman right here in Polk County. Coming up next weekend, and I'm excited about that. Not necessarily looking forward to the process getting there, but I'm excited about the event and what it's going to do for the citizens up there in the Panhandle. Yeah. That was really something. Well, everybody, our next live show will be November 9th. So make sure you check that out. And don't forget our radio show on WLKF, 1430 AM, 96.7 FM. This is Mark Jackson for PGTV and Hank Longo. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you again next time.